It's Sunday, the 8th of May 2016. This is a chart update for Medusa Mining. Medusa is a stock I haven't done many videos on. I did own it. I was buying in November, December last year, and actually sold early in 2016. I just didn't really have confidence that they were going to be able to, if the gold market turned around, that they'd catch a bid. And they did have a good run at the start of this year, um, and but that hasn't been sustained. I mean, my main concern was around their inconsistency of production, and then the thing that I was really looking for was the service shaft coming into operation. I think they were originally suggesting that was going to be in the next few months, but then they pushed out the date of construction there, and it's looking like it's going to be another year before that's in operation, and that really is the thing that will boost their tonnage in the long term. And enable them to get back up to sort of a 150,000 ounce producer is their goal, or more, I think. Um, but as it happens, they last Friday, they had their production numbers for the March quarter, and they were a lot weaker than expected, with a lower grade, in particularly a lower grade, which had sort of been that the last year had seen an increase in grade gradually, and cash was starting to build a little bit. But that result was really weak, and they downgraded production, and subsequently in this week it's fallen 15 to 20% when the rest of the gold stocks have been relatively flat. So it's been a pretty poor result. It is a company that tends to fall away a lot from a technical perspective. You can see here in August, it really just it's probably punished more than a lot of the other gold stocks. I'm not sure why that is, but it just, once it gets on a downtrend, it takes a really long time to reverse it, and doesn't even see that sort of those doesn't catch a bid in the way that some of the other gold stocks do when the gold price reverses, even if it was only for a short time in this downtrend in the last few years. Medusa didn't really get it. A lot of buying pressure. So, and I think that some of that is also to do with the Philippines not being a great jurisdiction. I'm actually prefer to own a lot of companies in Africa than I do in the Philippines and some in Southeast Asia. Kingsgate's had a lot of problems in Thailand as well. So, I mean, it's a risky area to operate in. And yeah, their inconsistency of production. So it's not a stock that I've really been that bullish on this year. I still do look at that service shaft long term as the thing that'll turn this company around. One thing in their favor is they don't have that many shares on issue. It's only, I think, maybe 250 million or in that region. They've been pretty good with conserving their cash over the last few years. So when they're able to get that service shaft operating, and that hopefully pushes the all-in sustaining costs down. I think the target is around $800 an ounce US. They'll be making good money. But I guess the risk is that whether they're actually able to get that service shaft operating, and get those tonnages up, as they're really planning to, because they've really struggled. I think they've had a lot of problems building it as well. So there's a lot of technical risk here. It is a fairly, it's that narrow vein mining is quite a difficult art. And I think they have a few problems with the local workforce as well. So it's a fairly complex operation, and it's difficult to analyze compared to a lot of the simple open pit operations for the rest of the gold sector. So I wouldn't own it at this point. I'd want to see those production results get back on trend and prove that the March quarter was a sort of an abnormality and anomaly, and will reverse, and we can start seeing some higher grades and some cash build again